Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do on Friday. I'm still going to be sharing a dinner and a dessert. I'm participating in the Fall Food Friday collaboration that Fallon Moss from the Moss Family TV does every September. So every Friday in the month of September, there will be a group of women that will be sharing fall recipes. So today's recipe I'm going to first start with is potato soup, and this is a soup that I have been making for years. My family loves it. When they heard that I was making it, they were so excited, and it is just like a staple in our house. Every fall and winter I make it several times. The second recipe is a dessert. I have never made it before, but it sounded really good, and it is butter pecan cookies. So I'm about to start with the video, but I thought I would just let y'all know that my regular What's for Dinner, I still filmed it, but it will not be up until Sunday. So come back on Sunday at 7 a.m. Central Time, and my What's for Dinner will be live, and it is part of a huge collab with a bunch of other women who all do What's for Dinner videos. So y'all get ready on Sunday. Have your paper, your pen, because you're gonna have so much inspiration from me and from all of the other ladies, so you're in for a treat. So don't forget, come back on Sunday. So anyways, let's get started with the video. Oh, and by the way, one more quick thing. If you're new to my channel, if you came over because you're in the Fall Food Friday playlist and seeing all these videos, my name is Kim. I share What's for Dinner videos every Friday at 8 a.m. Central Time. I do grocery hauls usually every other week, and then I like to throw in either a cleaning video or some other kind of maybe food related video also. So anyways, let's get to the video.
My child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve.
Hey y'all, like I said earlier in the introduction, we are going to be making potato soup. I have been making this potato soup for years, and I do not even remember where I got the recipe from. We're going to start out with 3 carrots that I went ahead and peeled and 3 stalks of celery. I'm using my little cutter right here, my little chopper, and we're going to go ahead and dice all these pieces up, or dice all these into pieces, if I can speak. But anyways, this recipe is not really hard, but it does have a lot of steps because there is a lot of prep work. But once you get past all the vegetables and things, it just all comes together really well. So that's what we're going to do right now.
Just hold on tight, it'll be alright.
And what I usually do is I will get all of my ingredients cut up and ready, and then I start doing the cooking. That way it just seems to just go. Like I said earlier, it just goes smoother that way. And there are, like I said, carrots in it. There's celery in here. There's onions, potatoes. I mean, this is a good, hearty soup. And in a minute, you'll see what else. There's bacon. Now I'm going to dice up the onion. I have 1 onion, if I did not already say. But we're going to dice up that onion also. Sometimes I am terrible at doing voiceovers. This particular night, everyone was in the house. They were making a lot of noise, so I just decided to do voiceovers. And I wanted to show y'all on my little chopper thing, my little dicer. It has this little tool where you can get the extra pieces that are stuck up in there. It's pretty cool. And also, it calls for 8 cups of chicken broth, which I did not have, but I like to use this chicken bouillon, so I just measured out the amount that I need to equal 8 cups. Now I'm going to go ahead and dice up our bacon. This recipe calls for 6 to 8 slices of bacon, but believe me, you're going to want more, and my husband said for me to make 2 packages. So I diced up 2 packages of bacon. And I have my big pot right here, y'all, that I pull out when I'm making soup, and I put all of that bacon in there. And you're going to want to cook this bacon, and you're going to use not all of that bacon grease, y'all, you will drain off some of this bacon grease. So don't get scared when you see how much grease that there is. And if you live in the South, you know that we save that bacon grease. So I will save that to use for another recipe. But we're going to cook this up, and then I'm going to take it out in a little bit and put it on a paper towel, and we're going to use that to top our soup. And in the meantime, while my soup is cooking, I am going to dice up my potatoes, and I don't even remember how many I did. I just kind of guess at it. The recipe calls for 6 to 8. I just kind of make what I think my family's going to use, and I dice it up, try to make them in smaller pieces, but that's what I'm doing now. And y'all, there's all that good yummy bacon. Does that not look good? It is so good. So I'm going to get all the bacon out, and like I said, I'm going to save some of the grease. We're going to leave a couple of tablespoons, I think is what the recipe called for, to leave in there. So I did that, and the rest I put into a jar that I keep in my refrigerator. And yeah. Okay, now I'm going to pour in my onions, celery, and carrots into the pot with the bacon grease, what I had left of the bacon grease that I saved. And you're going to want to cook this on medium-high heat for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're going to add in our diced potatoes. Side by side and through, no limit to. Okay, y'all, now I have my potatoes. I'm going to add those in, and we're going to stir it up, and we're going to also season these potatoes. We're going to season it with a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and a half a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. And I end up putting a little more because I think I made more than probably what the recipe asked for. So I put probably more like a teaspoon or so of each. And so anyways, you're going to put your seasonings in there, stir it up well, and then you're going to let that cook for probably about 5 minutes or so. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Okay, now we're to the next step. Like I said, there's going to be a few different things you add in steps. So, like I said, we let this cook for 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to add in the 8 cups of chicken broth, or like what I did is 8 cups of water that I put chicken bouillon in. And so we're going to pour that in there, and we're going to let this cook for about 10 minutes or so, or until the potatoes are starting to get tender. How come the stars come to shine? Okay, now I have a cup of milk, and I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of flour to it, and we're going to whisk that together real well, try to get that all mixed up together. And now, after our soup has cooked for about 10 minutes or so, and our potatoes are starting to get tender, we're going to pour this mixture in to our potatoes. Stir that up real well, and we're going to let it cook for probably another 5 minutes or so. You're going to want to get your blender or your food processor out, and y'all, my blender was messing up the other day, but it's working now. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put about 2/3, anywhere from a half to 2/3 of your soup into the blender, and you're going to blend that until it's smooth. And so I was a little worried. I was like, is my blender going to work? It kind of scared me a little bit, y'all. I need a new blender, but it did end up working. I ended up getting it to mix up good. So like I said, we're going to blend this until it's smooth, and then you're going to pour it back into your soup. Ooh, I wonder, how come the trees gets undressed when it's cold? Okay, y'all, we're almost done. So you're going to get some heavy cream, and you need a half a cup of that. So I'm going to measure that out, and then you're going to add that into your soup. Stir it up real well, and by this point in time, you're not going to have to worry about it rewarming because this soup is already good and warm. So you're just going to mix that in good, and then it's going to be ready to serve. And y'all, this is some good soup. Look at that. While everybody was waiting, my husband kept eating the bacon. So I'm showing you what I do. I put the bacon on top with some shredded cheese, and this is so good. Now you want to have it. Bryce, how do you like that potato soup?
It's potatoey and soupy and hottie.
Is it good? It's a hottie.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's buddy good.
Oh yes. How does Baby Yoda like it?
Baby Yoda don't speak, and
Oh.
it's called The Child.
Oh,
Baby Yoda.
I don't know. I don't watch it. I've never watched it. Okay, Courtney, how is it?
I think she's paralyzed.
Are you paralyzed because it's so good you just can't move? Put you in a food coma? Oh my gosh.
I choked on banana earlier.
Were you in
I
a,
choked on bacon.
were you in a food coma?
Yep.
All right.
Hey, you never even asked my reaction.
You never responded.
You were too busy coughing. Okay.
Coughing band.
It's
Mom.
very cheesy.
Yeah, but is it good?
It's really good.
This is a favorite. Okay.
I think we're off
Adrian.
of this.
They were excited when I said I was going to make it. It takes some time, and everybody was starving. So.
Yeah, it's freaking 6:45.
It was supposed to be ready at 6. Anyways, 2 thumbs up.
He really doesn't.
Okay, so you liked it. Alrighty. And of course, from me, if I could show y'all 2 thumbs up, I'll use. Yeah. Very
Have a great
good.
day, guys. Bye.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are?
Hey y'all, we are making some butter pecan cookies, and I don't know about y'all, but in my family, we love butter pecan ice cream, and I'm just thinking that they're gonna love these cookies. They sounded really good. I found this recipe on Pinterest, so we're gonna get started. I have 1 cup of unsalted butter that I melted, and I've let it kind of cool so it's not real hot, it's just warm. We're gonna put it into my mixer, into the bowl of my mixer, I mean. We're also going to add 1 cup of brown sugar and a 1/2 cup of just regular granulated sugar. And then we're going to mix that together or cream that together until it's light and fluffy.
It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder.
Okay, y'all, I have never made cookies using melted butter, so it said I'm supposed to cream this together until it's light and fluffy, and I have been going and going, and it's not doing like a normal cookie, so hopefully this is what they meant. So now I'm going to add in 2 eggs, and I'm just going to add them in. And then I'm also going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and I have I have some Mexican vanilla. This stuff is the bomb, y'all. And it smells, oh, it smells so good, y'all. Well, maybe a little extra, that's okay. And we're just gonna mix that up until it's smooth. Okay. Next, we're going to start adding in some dry ingredients. We're going to add in our flour, which is 2.5 cups of flour. Here is 1. Here's our 2nd cup.
It really makes me wonder.
And then our 1/2 cup. And then we also need to add in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and a half a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm going to stop this for a second so I can scrape the sides, and you're just going to want to mix this just until it's combined. So we're just about done with that part. I just wanted to get everything off of the sides. Okay. Now we are going to, I'm just making sure I'm following the recipe correctly. Now we're going to add in our pecans, and I have 1.5 cups of just roughly chopped pecans. They said it would be better if they were toasted, but I didn't want to go to that trouble, so I'm going to add those in and just kind of stir them until they're just kind of mixed. And then optional, you don't have to add this, but I thought it would make it even better, is a 1/2 cup of toffee bites, which I have the Heath. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up, and Courtney loves Heath bars, so this is going to be good, and my husband, so I think they're going to like it. So we're going to add in a 1/2 cup of these little toffee pieces. That looks good. I think that's good. And now we're going to cover this up, and we're going to chill it for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then we will come back and start baking these. I just want to let you know, it's very important too to chill this dough because it's a soft dough, and if you were to try to make these right now, the heat in your oven, of course, is going to cause these to spread, and then you're going to have really flat cookies. So chill it. I mean, you can let it chill even longer if you wanted to go run errands or whatever, but at least 30 to 45 minutes. And what I always do is I just cover it with some saran wrap, stick it in my refrigerator, and go about doing some other stuff. And then, like I said, I'll come back a little later and we will bake these. And I'm very excited to see how these are going to turn out. Okay, y'all, our cookie dough has been in the refrigerator for several hours, actually. Probably now, oh man, it's almost 4, no, actually it is 4, almost 5 o'clock. So it has been in there for like 4 hours. But that's because I got busy, and I said, you know what, I will just wait until after I get the kids, and we will come home and we will make cookies. So I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we're going to scoop out small portions of this. It's actually kind of hard now. That's okay though. We're going to do small portions and then just kind of roll them into little balls like so, and then I'm going to place them over on my cookie sheet, and I have parchment paper on it. So there we go. So I'm going to continue to roll out the cookies and place them on here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this first batch in the oven, and it says to let them bake 11 to 14 minutes. So I'm going to start them out at 11 minutes and then check them, and we'll see how they do. And then in the meantime, I'll go ahead and roll out my other cookie sheet. Okay, I got the first batch out, and I ended up having to cook them for about 12 minutes. And this recipe ended up making 4 dozen cookies. Okay, y'all, look at this cookie. I'm gonna try to show y'all. Oops. Now we're gonna try it on camera. You wanna come try one?
Yeah. Guys, I'm gonna try it for y'all.
They're not overly sweet. Okay, now Courtney wants to try.
Oh, they're hot.
Yeah, they're still warm.
Not burning, no. My mouth is, my teeth are blue.
I don't need to look at your teeth. Okay. They're good. What do you think of them?
They taste
They're
like
soft, but they have a
taste
little
like,
bit of crunch on the bottom.
Yeah, they taste like pecans.
Mmm, these are good.
Definitely recommend.
Which I'll have the recipe linked down below.
Yep.
We'll finish the rest of these and I'll show you all of them. Mmm.